Well, I've had the fortune, or rather misfortune, to stand in these type of elections twice before, once in the Oxford University seat, and in fact, the time before last in Labour's most marginal seat, and somehow I managed to increase the Labour majority in both occasions, which is probably just as well because I love what I do now, so I can focus more on that. He's absolutely right. And Theresa May was absolutely right when she called the elections it was a surprise because she was on record saying she wouldn't call it, for the simple reason that we as a country, as a nation in Britain, need to go into those negotiations in a strong position. And had she not called the election, we would have gone in 2020 fixed term election, and our EU negotiating counterparts would have known that she was working on a small majority, looking to increase that majority, being buffeted by the Conservative Party, the Remainers. Not all of them are Remainers, and buffeted also by the Eurosceptics on the right, and she would have been pulled left, right and centre, not just by her own party, but other parties seeking to take advantage of that. So as a nation in potential turmoil and certainly instability, we would have gone through those negotiations in a very difficult position, and we would have been exploited. So what Theresa May has done is absolutely the right thing. She said, look, I need a majority, not just to, have the Theresa May domestic agenda rather than David Cameron's, but I need a majority in which to negotiate Britain's position. If she does get a reasonable large majority, then she'll be in a position to do that. However, if either she gets into a smaller majority than she's got now, or even a hung parliament, then not only is she in a much worse position, but as a nation, as a negotiating nation, will be stymied. And that is why, if you want to bring it back to markets, why something like dollar sterling will pivot on that vote swing, as the gentleman said, it's not going to be on the percentage vote. It is how that translates into seats. As we've seen YouGov poll showing, even though the Tories were well ahead, there was still a possibility of a minority or even a minority government or even a hung parliament, even with a sizable lead. And that really comes down to the distribution of votes within the constituencies across the country.